Welcome to Imola, the spiritual home of Ferrari. But you don't need me to tell you that. Just look at the red-clad Tifosi in the grandstands. They're ready. Are you ready? For the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. One lap of Imola, anti-clockwise of course, unlike most Formula One circuits, will take our drivers round 3.1 miles of track, 19 turns, 9 right-handers and 10 to the left. Drivers will need to be precise at the hairpin at turn 7, given the subsequent uphill section. Without a good exit from that corner, they'll lose a lot of time on that stretch.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, yes, welcome back to Southern Cross Racing. I'm your host, CB Skate. Well, he's back in the commentary box again. Of course, I say a big hello to the Bopton. How are you, my friend?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks. Good to be back.
Absolutely, mate, absolutely. And of course, yes, the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, aka Imola. And I dare say, Bopton, this may be one of the very last times we see this one for a little bit, of course. Yes, has been removed from the in real life calendar. And, well, we're paying our respects to it on this game, of course, for the very last time. And, well, just sad to see this magnificent circuit go by the wayside.
Yeah, it's hands down one of my favourite, probably to race.
Really? Well, there you go. Not many people say that these days there, Bopton, but, well, that is interesting to know, of course. We did touch on, well, of course, folks, if you are fans of ours, we have touched on some of the journeys of the Boptoonie and, well, none other than the track limits around Coda. But if he's loving Imola, I mean, what does that tell you about Coda, folks? But there you go. Nevertheless, we will push on. We'll get to Bopton stories in a little bit of time. We've got 2 more to go. We've got 2 rounds to go. I dare say we'll get to the greedy stuff at Russia in a little bit time there, Bopton. But nevertheless, it is overcast by the look of things here, folks. And, well, yes, we are at Imola, the circuit in Italy, which was made notorious by the tragic events in 1994. Of course, Ayrton Senna and Roland Ratzenberger were killed in separate crashes during a single weekend. Of course, that traumatic weekend prompted changes throughout the sport and the track as well. Yes, it certainly did, with safety and all that sort of stuff, Bopton, which slowed by the addition of several chicanes. The high-speed course first used motor racing in the 50s, Formula One, albeit non-championship variety, followed by in the early 60s. Another non-championship points race was held in 1979 ahead of the circuit's first appearance on the World Championship calendar. This came off as a one-off replacement for Monza at the home of the Italian Grand Prix in 1980. While the race reverted to its regular venue the following year, Imola also kept its place on the schedule. Albeit now is the home of the San Marino, well, was the home of the San Marino Grand Prix and has changed its name in recent years. Was known as the European Grand Prix, now, of course, Emilia-Romagna, and yes, has been removed. Of course, the popularity of Ferrari ensured more than significant interest to sustain 2 races in Italy. Imola Circuit was twice renamed in honour of the family when Enzo Ferrari's son died. The track was then titled Autodromo Dino Ferrari after the son's father's death in 1988 and remains the Autodromo Enzo and Dino Ferrari. After the terrible events in 1994, the track was heavily revised and made considerably slower. Both Tamburello and Villeneuve corners where Senna and Ratzenberger were killed were replaced by chicanes, and the Minerali bend was also profiled. F1 continued to visit the track until the mid-noughties. Alta chicane was reworked and tightened for the 2006 race. It was also in the final running of the San Marino Grand Prix. After F1 left the old Imola pit building was demolished as the start-finish line complex. Of course, it certainly was. This allowed the removal of Bassa, which is the chicane, restoring some of the old Imola's lost high-speed nature. During the 2020 F1 season, which was heavily disrupted due to COVID-19 pandemic, the World Championship announced it would return, and it certainly did, and after its first race in 14 years. But sadly there, Bopton, it has been removed from the calendar. this year, of course, and well, this circuit is 4.909 kilometres, or 3.05 miles, excuse me, and the maximum speeds around here about 325 kph there, Bopton. It is a little bit of a tricky one. You have to be a bit patient, and of course, yes, well, there's a little bit of track stats, and we'll get ourselves sharpened up here, mate.
Yeah, definitely a tricky track. A lot of history here. Yeah, so it's going to be sad to see it go.
It certainly will there, mate. As I bring up all the detail for everybody home, currently watching Salmons, and I do believe he is furthest along. I'm not too sure, but we will stay with this man. And, well, I'll tell you what, folks, of late, he's been doing an absolute ripper job, has the Salmons. Never too much of a crash hot last week, but I tell you what there, Bopton, he's looking very good as this season starts to wind down. We do have championships, possibly the Group 1, Group 2 can be sorted tonight there, Bopton, of course. And, well, I'll just bring up all of that for everybody at home. Of course, yes, Middy's Mella, the Group 1, well, of course, the Wonka Racing Group 1 driver leading the championship. The drivers and the Group 1 championships, 380 points. He's been chased and chased hard by the Verks and Fury right behind them with 279 points. Verk on 329, and of course Mindy's Mella on 380. Salmons gets us underway with a 1 minute 15.2 there, Bopton, and there is Junior. Who is furthest along there, mate? Not too sure. Might be Jazz. I just missed it. I do apologise, Jazz. We'll flick down the Bender. We do welcome back the Bender, and there he is. And of course, yes, we'll have a look at the Group 2s, and of course it is Z, the Monster Energy Group 2 driver, and on 258 points there, Bopton. JC chasing hard on 210, and Nat Hammer 172, of course, yes, and the Group 3, I dare say this one's going down to the wire, Bopton. It may be decided tonight, but I dare say it won't be. Of course, Housey on 203 points. The Batman on 193. He's been chasing all season as the Monster Energy driver. And I'll tell you what, 10 points separate them. And of course, we go to the Group 4s. And Striker has he's taken the lead. Well, albeit 2 races before the end of the season. 146 versus Old Footy Bender for Wonka Racing, and he's on 142 points. And well, there you go, Bopton. That is it in a nutshell. So I tell you what, mate, it is all to play for.
Yeah, everything on the line here tonight should make for some good racing.
Well, it certainly is, and of course we are racing next week, and absolutely we are. So well, let's just have a look at this. And, well, Bopton in the chat. Bopton, excuse me. Wab Stappen in the chat. And, well, good morning, good evening, mate. It was good to get that one in earlier on in a couple of weeks ago there, Mr. Wab Stappen. Good to see you in the chat. I do hope you're well. Of course, Junior in there as well. And, of course, I dare say Junior's got some fans. Well, by the look of it, it doesn't look so, but someone giving him some stick. We do appreciate that. Striker throws himself up in a P4 there, Bopton. Oh, P5 now as Housey replaces him with a 16.7. Housey with a 16.4. And the Batman, whereabouts is he? There he is there in the second sector there, Bopton. And we'll keep an eye on this. There's plenty of time left in this session. 12 and a bit minutes remaining there, mate. And, well, I dare say these boys are just getting themselves eyed in, but it's always a good reference point when you've got championship fights all around you. And, well, let's just see how the Batman fares. He's up for the fight, and let's just see what he does. It's a bang, a 16.2, and have a look at that, Bopton. Throws himself up into P6. Who was that that just threw themselves up? That was the M4. Wowee. 15.5 at the moment. Fury with a 15.7. I'll tell you what, Bopton, these times are starting to tumble.
Yeah, and some good first laps from everyone so far. Yeah, it's quite close.
Absolutely it is, mate. And of course, Anarchy Reaper, we do welcome back, and in the reserve livery. And well, haven't seen this lad for a few weeks, but I'll tell you what, he is back, and he's back with a bang. Let's just see how he fares around this magnificent circuit here, Bofton. And of course, we're going to bring this man across the line. Let's just see what he does. Bang, it's a 15-1. He's improving weekly. Oh, P4 from that man, Mitty's Meller. Well, the cream of the crop all season goes whack with a 13.9. There is Scotty just starting his lap there, Bopton. And we're going to stay with this man yet to set a lap. All the boys yet to set a lap. We will have a look at running with 19, missing Dirty Orange, of course, and unfortunately there is one more, Bopton. I've just lost my train of thought. It is, of course, yes, how could I forget, Mr. Nat Hammer. And well, there you go. Here comes Scotty, of course. We're going to get a reference point a little bit at the second sector. Well, we've seen what everybody was doing at home, and well, there you go, Web Staffen. We do appreciate it, mate. Love having you on board, and well, let's just see. Maybe we can sneaky you into the server for the next season, and maybe throw your arm at the the magnificent tracks that are going to be presented with us coming up on the the update. Anyway, we push on. We're not going to talk too much about that just yet. Of course, yes, we've got one more race to go after this one. Of course, Abu Dhabi, same time, same channel. Yes, the boys are going to hold off for 24 hours on updating, but Scotty goes bang, 15.4, and it's a P7 at the moment for now. We do welcome David out there on circuit, getting his lap underway there, Bopton. And well, I reckon the guys would be pretty happy so far out there, just getting their eye in at the moment, mate.
Yeah, yep. I've lost for words.
Well, it does happen there, mate, of course, and well, there you go. And well, I do hope you've got your track map there, Bopton, because we've got a couple of corner names, and I have prepped you quite nicely. But nevertheless, that is up to you, my friend. Whether you choose to use it or not is your call. But we are currently watching David out there on circuit. Of course, last season's Group 3 champ, everybody. This guy is an absolutely no slouch, and well, just had a little bit of a struggle season this one, but nevertheless looking to finish off pretty strongly is the David. And well, there you go. Whereabouts is he, Bopton? Whereabouts is he? Well, he's just gone through Ravazza, and well, there you go. I'll answer it for you. Across the start finish straight, and a 16.7, and throws himself up in a P14 for now.
I didn't realise you were asking me what order he was going around.
Well, technical difficulties by the sound of things in the background there, Bopton, as, well, there you go. Well, Web Staffen just enjoying kicking back in the streams for now. He may be persuaded, Bopton. Now, we'll have to get to him in due course, I reckon. I absolutely think so. But nevertheless, JC, our resident Canadian, prepping himself quite nicely there, Bopton. 8 minutes remaining. So he can go again after this one. Plenty of time left on the clock. This will be his first look at the circuit. And, well, I'll tell you what, hasn't he come alive of late, has the JC? The Group 2 Wonka Racing driver of the day, 2 weeks in a row, and he's got it a little bit wrong. Oh, dearie me. Bopton, I think I did it. I think I put the moz on him. And I do apologise, JC. Get your eye in regardless. And still continue on, of course. Qualifying, there's 7 3/4 minutes remaining. And, well, we do know if, well, you still can get back to that pit lane and fire up yet again, of course. Lukey boy in the garage, and as I speak of the devil, there he is there, coming out of the garage, and of course making his first appearance out there on circuit. Well, here comes Scotty there, Bopton. He's about to cross the line and, well, starting a lap. What am I talking about? There you go. He certainly is starting a lap. No, he didn't. And, well, 15.4, P7 at the moment. Johnny M4, well, red track map, getting himself underway at the moment, of course. There is Salmons, and unfortunately that is an invalidation for him. The good news is, folks, well, I'll tell you what, 7 minutes remaining. Where is Junior? Red track map for him. Well, there is Minnie's red track map for him. It's going to get him there, Bopton, by the look of things. JC getting his first flyer underway, and I dare say he's going to have a crack at this one just to get a time on the board. Of course, they're sitting 1:15, so I dare say he's got enough time to set this lap, throw a get back into the pit lane and a bit of a splash and dash, and away he will go. But nevertheless, he's going to have a crack at setting one. Yet to set a time is the JC. We're going to stay with this man, of course, as I did touch on, the resident Canadian. And, I tell you, he's had a cracking time of it. The last few Grand Prix there, Bopton, he has really come onto it. Of course, formerly a Group 1, this season a Group 2. And I'll tell you what, he's absolutely no slouch, wasn't he? And last week, didn't he do a brilliant thing with his teammate in Housey? Just stuck behind him and protected his rear wing for a little bit. And, gave Housey a bit of a sigh of relief.
Yeah, he did a great job giving Housey that distance he needed from Batman, but unfortunately in the end there, it didn't really work out the way Housey probably would have liked.
Well, it didn't, but at the end of the day, I tell you what, Housey, was it Batman or Housey? I can't remember. One of them qualified higher than the other one. The other one got the fastest lap, so it was 1 point each, and Batman finished 1 spot ahead. So at the end of the day, Housey was 11 points clear before that one, 10 points clear before this one. So we really only lost a point. So as we say a big hello to Senior in the chat. Great to see you. And, have a look in the mirror, old man. But nevertheless, we push on. We push on. There is Lukey Boy out on circuit, and first time out there at the moment. How much time is left out there? We've got yellow flags, Sector 1, Sector 2. I dare say that's just for guys getting themselves well and truly out of the way. And I hate that they still put it in that top left-hand corner, Bopton, and it cancels out the time remaining. We don't know. And, dearie me, there you go. But Lukey Boy absolutely sending it. Looking for a good result at the moment, of course. And, wants to make up for last week, I dare say, he does the Lukey Boy.
Across the start-finish.
Oh, let us know what he does there, Bopton.
Slightly with a 15.052.
Fantastic, as Luke crosses the line. P10 for now with a 15.645. Blue Dog makes an appearance out on circuit, and just prepping himself quite nicely is the Bluey. Who else is further along? We'll cut to Blue Dog in a little bit. There is the Verk, currently P3 at the moment with a 14.5. And I'll tell you what, Bopton, I wish that yellow flag would go, because I want to know how much time's left. And it is absolutely on a knife's edge, this one. Of course, we do have championships still to be decided. Of course, the Group 1, Group 2 could be decided tonight. And there you go, Minis Mella answering the call, throwing himself at the moment on provisional pole. Verk, who is chasing hard, isn't he? And he's been chasing hard all season as the Verkinator. Last season's champ is this man. Currently P3 on a 14.5. And there you go, has invalidated. 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining, Bopton. He has got time to go into the pit lane, throw on a fresh set, and get out of there.
Yeah, plenty of time left to go out and set a lap, so no rush. So when you start rushing, that's when you start making those little mistakes that you don't really need on a qualifying lap.
Well, absolutely, and we have crossed to everybody there, Bopton. You were having a bit of a chin wag. Tell you what, folks, everybody on invalidations except for this man, the Bender. And, he is not sending it anyway. He is trying to get back to the pit lane. He is trying his hardest. There is 3 minutes remaining. And I'll tell you what, for the Bender, this is going to be touch and go if he's going in. And, let's just have a look. By the time he hits that pit lane, and he's peeling off, folks, this is going to be close. Bender might miss out here. There's 2 minutes and 45 seconds remaining, and he's not even in his garage. Let's have a look to see how this one plays out.
Yeah, I reckon he's got just enough time to flick on a new sets and get back out there. As long as he's out there before 1:20, he should be sweet.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll tell you what, Junior getting himself all nice and warmed up. Have a look at him. It looks like that car's been off circuit as well. He's got to get the Mr. Sheen onto it there, Bopton, because it is filthy. Oh, I tell you what, he's flirting with track limits at the beginning of a lap, and let's just see. Oh, he would have been lucky. And, there you go. Absolutely sending it is the Junior. He knows he's only a tenth and a bit away from the middies. And can he get it pole position, of course. Minis Mella still in the pit lane. We're going to see a lot of activity very, very shortly, Bopton. Look at them all hovering, out laps popping up everywhere. Look at them. And I'll tell you what, this is going to go down to the wire here, mate. Junior level pegging with his previous first sector time there, Bopton. Running extremely wide. I'll tell you what, he's wringing the neck out of that golf racing.
I'll just update you on old boy. He managed to get out of the pit at a minute 35, so he's got more than enough time to get a lap out.
Oh, I tell you what, he's got traffic though there, Bopton, does he? And he's got some cars in front of him. He's going to have guys on laps. He's going to have to get out of the way. It's not going to be smooth sailing, and Junior's invalidated. Bang! That's his done. That's his done. And he will be kicking himself. He's got time to go again. He'll put the harvest on and reset. Johnny M4 out there looking very good. He's the Italian. He's the M4. And I'll tell you what, wants to put in a good performance around here. And well, Johnny M4, there he is there. Group 3 this season. And doing a good job. Has come of age, especially now. He's got his connection all sorted there, Bopton. And got some new equipment. And have a look at him. And he has put in the practice for this one. He does want a good one, and let's just bring him home. Who else is further along? We're going to have some laps coming up thick and fast. There is Fury, is a little bit behind him. Of course, Salmon's starting a lap. Anarchy, where is he? Oh, a bit behind him as well. So we will stick with Johnny M4, and there he is as Brad Tay retires from the session. And we're quite happy with a 1 minute 16.0 at the moment. Currently, P13 is the Group 4 compatriot of Johnny M4. And well, here we go. Let's just see if he's going to improve. What's he got? What's he got? It is a 15-1. Bang! He does improve. Stays P6 though, Bopton. There is Z going through the first sector. Who's furthest along, mate?
JC is furthest along, I believe. He just did a purple sector 2 on my screen, so we could be in for a pretty good time.
Fantastic, as Junior has retired from the session. We're going to bring JC over the line here. I dare say his teammate is right behind him. JC with a 15.2, bang, P7. As, well, there you go. Anarchy Reaper crosses the line, P4 at 14.7. Very good from that man. Who else is out there? Who else is out there? There is Striker currently on a lap there, Bopton. Where is the Bender? 16th. Striker currently 13th, and this is where it's at. Where is Housey? Where is Batman? Keep an eye on him, Bopton, because we're bringing Striker home. Let's have a look at this one. What has Striker got? It is a 15-7, bang, 13th. Where is the Bender? There he is there. There is Housey. He's about to take the line any moment now. Oh, where does he throw him? P11, the Batman about to take the line as well. And well, stays P13. Oh, it's on. It is game on, Bopton, excuse me. There is the Bender, and we've got 2 Renaults ahead of him. One of them, I dare say, will be Scotty, and we're going to bring Scotty across. And well, let's just see how Scotty fares. Johnny M4 peels into the pit lane, and bang, Scotty sets a 1 minute 15.3 P9, and that is qualifying done and dusted, unless Jazz not improving. P18 for the Jazz. Blue Dog rounds out the grid, and I tell you what, folks, what a qualifying session. Minis Mella, woof, didn't he improve there, Bopton? We missed his lap, but nevertheless, he's on top of the pile yet again at 13.615. This man, is there anything he can't do? I'll tell you what.
Oh, I just realised I was muted that whole time.
I don't think anybody noticed. I don't think anybody noticed there, mate.
Behind Striker.
Okay, yes, very, very good. Very, very good.
They like to give us a close race, these lot, don't they?
Well, they certainly do, and it's just the calibre of the gentleman behind the wheel. But nevertheless, Smitty's pole position. This is for you, my friend.
Yes, it's pole position. Yes.
Fantastic. I'll tell you what, he's clocking them up, isn't he? He's breaking all sorts of records. Records are made to be broken, and I'll tell you what, he's just doing his thing. As, well, Fury in the chat saying, well, poor time management from him. Oh, P10 from the Fury. Well, it won't bother him too much. Lap record holder around here. And let's just see if he can progress through the race. Let's just see what the weather's doing as well here, Bopton. Of course, excuse me. Oh, we missed the line by 2 seconds. Oh, dearie me, Bopton, it's the first one. These boys have been kissed on the proverbial. all season long. Never has there been a rain race this season. I tell you what, Imola has said, you know what, boys, I think you've had the rub of the green all season long. I'm throwing some rain, and well, there you go. As well, holy moly, let's just see what this brings on. As well, the boys will be well, better them than us there, Bopton. But that is absolutely flogging it down, mate.
Yeah, it's never fun racing in the rain, but yeah, it's definitely throwing a spanner in the works for the championship anyway. So.
Well, let's just see. I do have my faith in the boys out there on circuit, of course, and well, of course, let's just see how it all plays out, mate. It looks like it's going to be a wet one all Grand Prix, as well, Junior, who is well a bit jerky at the best of times. I apologise, Junior, but you know I'm right. This wet weather stuff's no good for him. I reckon he needs his wheel back if he wants to improve. He just seems to be jittery, unless he's got toes for thumbs. I'm not too sure.
You got to be prepared for the wet races, man. You can't always be hoping for a dry race.
Well, that's exactly right, and I do know. Well, we will see. We will see. It is a different beast, and I do know a lot of the boys do practice it. You have to practice it because if you don't, it throws you for six if you are not ready. And well, there you go. It is the first wet one of the season. I dare say it'll be the only one there, Bopton. You know why? Because next week we're at Abu Dhabi and it doesn't rain in the desert. And well, it hasn't rained for over 2,000 years. And if Codemasters EA throws some of this shit at us at Abu Dhabi, well, I'll tell you what, mate, it's on for young and old.
Got a bit of a slight waiting for players before we get into the race here.
We certainly do there, mate. We certainly do. Well, there you go. Speak of the devil. Bring up some detail for everybody at home and put the tyres on. Everybody on the Inter don't need the tyres at all there, Bopton. As we'll bring that up. We do not need telemetry. We'll get rid of that. And everybody, as you would expect on the intermediate. There is Middy's Mala, pole position. Fantastic qualifying during the dry. Interesting to see what these boys can do during the wet. I wonder if any of them had this set up for the Grand Prix there, Bopton, which means those times could have been a lot quicker than what they actually were. It'll be very interesting to find that one out after the race. But nevertheless, Liam Ramsell Jr. in P2 and just putting a lot of energy through those inters. And you'd want to be looking after them. I know you've got to get them warm, but they get warm naturally. And you don't really need to do that on the Inter. But nevertheless, Junior putting a lot of energy through them at the moment. There is Verk, and he's just sitting behind, doing what champions do, having a good look. And knows he doesn't need to put energy through those tyres at the moment, just sitting there. Aniki Reaper, fantastic from him. I tell you what, we haven't seen him for a couple of weeks there, Bopton. But he is improving weekly, this man. It is fantastic to see. And of course, yes, there is Z leading the Group 2 Championship, qualified P5. And, well, looking for a good result. Fantastic from him. And I dare say if they hold positions, or, excuse me, unless they DNF, those two, the Group 1 and Group 2 titles, well and truly sewn up here, mate. Mathematically impossible for anyone to get it done after this one. Let's just see how the results pan out. There is the Salmons P6 from him. Good qualifying. Let's just see if he can turn that into the race pace, as we know he can. Very good, Salmons. Keep pushing, mate. Be patient, and you'll be there. There is Johnny M4, P7 from him. JC, P8. And, well, looking for a good start is the JC. Scotty in P9, and, well, middle of the pack, right with Fury. And these two will be looking to make end grounds, of course, as this Grand Prix progresses. Housey, P11 from that man. Lukey Boy, P12, and the Batman, P13. And that's what we've got to watch out for. The Group 3 title, of course, Striker 14th, Bender 15th, Brad Tay 16th, David 17th, Jazz 18th, and Blue Dog rounds out this group here, mate. As we wait for these lights, we've got 3 lights, 4 lights, we've got 5 red lights, Bopton. Oh, they're not holding it all. Bang, away we go. And why are we at the back of the grid? Get rid of that. We'll bring that up and we'll put that up the top. And there you go, Minis Mella. Awesome launch from that man. We'll get rid of that, and that was just so we can see what is going on. They've all got to get through turn one unscathed. They've all got free racing room. And have a look at this. Oh, there's a monster off. Who was that? That is Z. Z's around. Z is around. And I'll tell you what, folks, they all got through very, very well. Unfortunate from Z, just lighting up the rears. And we have a full course caution. That will be VSC, I dare say. And you might be on mute there, Bopton, but we can't hear you there, buddy.
Yeah, I was back on mute. I was just saying it was a bit of a delayed start off the line there for Striker, which gave old boy the jump on him. Into turn one there, and that's how that gap got so big.
Well, he certainly did. Have a look at that. Fantastic from the Striker, and well, from the Bender, I should say, excuse me. And well, there you go. We are under VSC conditions. You can see the positions gained and lost for everybody else. Green conditions there, Bopton. They've all been well behaved. And as Minis Mella says, let's go, boys. We're back racing. And of course, leading this one, the group is all bunched up, albeit on lap one, as Z will get himself all sorted. Not too sure if he's got wing damage there, Bopton. We'll keep an eye on the front. You have a look at Z's front wing. Of course, I'm looking at Junior. He's missing end plates, I think. I'm pretty sure he's missing end plates. Let's have a look at his front wing. He certainly is on the left-hand side, and that's going to hurt him for the right-handers there, Bopton. And, well, albeit this is an anti...
Z's missing a whole front nose by the fire screen.
Well, there you
The
go.
wing's gone, so
Well,
yeah.
there you go, mate. So Z will need to get that one all sorted. We've got battle for position. Scotty at Lukey Boy all working well together. Fury and P9. Have a look at this. Scotty just gets his way. Well, Lukey Boy passes Scotty. Oh, it's all tight and it's very, very close there, Bopton. They're all jostling for position, and so far so good. Fantastic racing, boys. Awesome job.
Yeah, they're doing well to keep it straight on in the wet here, so big hats off to the lads.
Absolutely it is, mate. Absolutely it is. Doing a stellar job. As we'll flick up to Junior because he's doing very well to hang on to the back of middies. This is an anti-clockwise circuit, so it's going to help him a little bit. There's more lefts than there are rights, but the right-handers is where he's going to be hurting. And well, just with that front wing missing, he's still doing very, very well. But nevertheless, we'll flick back down to Fury because he's eyeing off Scotty at the moment. And have a look at the gaggle of cars there, Bopton. They're all just sitting there, aren't they? I'm not too sure if the rain is going to subside, but I'll tell you what, folks, no DRS available in this stuff.
Yeah, they'll have to optimise their traction out of the corners and pass in on the straights pretty much.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Absolutely, they will. And well, what's going on up the front? What's going on up the front? Junior having a look. He's got the inside line. They're side by side. I tell you what, he's fighting big time. Minis Mella side by side with the Junior. And it is a drag to turn one. As these boys are tripping over each other. Have a look at the Falconator. He's coming at a rate of knots. Oh, don't do a Bottas. Let's just tuck in and let's just live to fight to another day. And there you go, Furky, a bit smarter than that and knows exactly what's going on. He tried to force the error there. And why wouldn't you there, Bopton? Well, I'll tell you what, side by side again is the top two. Have a look at him go. As Junior's got it wrong, he's gone wide, and that was always going to happen around there in the wet. And well, there you go. He's got his tyres all mucked up. Burke sees an opening, and can he get the job done, Bopton? Up the hill they go. And well, there you go. I think Junior might hold. Junior might hold. He certainly will.
Yeah, it's bloody close racing here. I think Burke's running some low wings, man, because he come flying down the start-finish straight.
He certainly did. He's looking very racy in certain spots of this circuit, but the guys in front are tripping over each other, and it's helping him big time. As we'll flick back down to Salmons. What is he doing? He's just started to drift off a little bit off the back of Johnny M4, who's had a stunning start to the Grand Prix, up 2 spots, all on inters, folks, all on inters. And well, there you go. There you go. We'll turn Bopton up a bit again. Not too sure if your mic's playing funny buggers. Have a bit of a chat, Bob.
Yeah, how's my voice sounding? I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to say if my mic's the issue or...
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I played up the other week too. I've just turned you up anyway. Yeah. And well, Black Moon will confirm in the chat as Johnny M4, wow, way, bang, a 129.384, fastest lap. Holy moly, M4's fired up in the wet. And, well, that is P5 at the moment for the M4. We'll flick back down to Lukey Boy because I tell you what, up 5 spots, the guy with the most gains at the moment is the Lukey Boy. P7 at the moment, all over Salmons. And Salmons doing a very, very good job holding his nerve. And I like it. I like it when Salmons has got a cool head. It just works a lot better with a cool head. And Salmons doing a great job so far, Bopton.
Yeah, no, great work from the Salmons. He's like come racy, real racy at the end of the season here. So
absolutely he has, mate. He certainly has. And I'll tell you what, Mitty's Mala being passed by the junior. We did miss it. I'm not too sure what happened there. But there you go. Z setting the fastest lap after a front wing change. Long wave back for that man, of course. Yes, turn 1, 2, 3, 4, bit of a kerfuffle. He was around. And, well, there you go. Front wing all muddled up. Junior with a bit of a nose change. Not yet, but might be happening. But he's holding pace at the moment, isn't he there, Bopton? Of course, now starting to break away from the middies, who has drifted off 9/10 of a second now, mate.
yeah, for someone who's got wing damage, he's doing well to keep up the speed at least. Anyway,
he certainly is there, mate. An absolutely stunning performance as Scotty is tucked in to his teammate, and I love how these Renault boys work together. Of course, when Lukey Boy's around, Scotty's there. They're there and thereabouts, aren't they? Behind each other, pulling each other through this field. And, well, Johnny M4 having a stunning showing at the moment in P5. The Renault boys 5th, 7th, 8th and 13th at the moment, and looking very good.
as Johnny M4 just cut the Tamburello chicane and picked up the 3-second time penalty.
Oh, and he's thrown in a corner name. Well done, the Bopton. And, well, that is good stuff. Love it, mate. Absolutely love it. And there is the Lukey boy. He's sort of putting pressure on Salmons. Oh, he's got a bit loosey-goosey. And, well, that's just going to hurt him. Salmons goes defensive, and why wouldn't you? Of course, nowhere to pass through here, mate.
I'll tell you what, Anarchy Reaper's up in P4, and what a stellar effort from the lad. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he's only just started league racing.
Yeah, he's only been around for, well, a few months, of course, and, well, we call him the understudy. Housey has taken him under his wing, and, well, he's just come on at leaps and bounds. Has this man new equipment not too long ago. He's starting to get used to it. And, well, there you go. The results are starting and the times are starting to speak for themselves. Improvement weekly. And, well, this guy will keep on improving, of course. But guess what, Bopton? With the new update, the new game, the new handling model, the whole new shebang, of course, that's going to change. And, well, a lot of things are going to change. We might see a bit of a switcheroo in times, in pace, and all sorts of things. But nevertheless, stay tuned for that. Anarchy Reaper doing a stellar job. Currently P4 at the moment, 1.4 seconds behind the Verkinator, who's just drifted off a little bit. And Mitty's Mellor's drifted off a little bit too. So, not too sure if these boys are just starting to look after their tyres a little bit here, Bopton, because the rain is still falling. It is steady, but it looks like it's lightening up a little bit.
Yeah, it's hard to say. They could just be not pushing as hard as well, given that it's wet. Not wanting to make errors and mistakes.
Yes, that's exactly right. And, well, Black Moon asking for more Italian in your pronunciation there, Bopton, like Tamburello. You know, like he wants some of that.
He wants the plumber accent, doesn't he?
That's what he wants. But nevertheless, stunning that you got there anyway, mate.
I can't grow as good of a moustache as Mario there, so.
Listen, one of the ultimate games was Mario Kart, still is. And, well, there you go, Bopton. That says everything. So, nevertheless, we will push on. Getting sidetracked. Let's just have a look at some of the penalties. We'll have a look at the fastest lap anyway. That's currently held by Junior with a 1 minute 26.233. Whoa, nearly a second better than anybody else at the moment. And I'll tell you what, that means he's sending it. He's not looking after those tyres at all there, Bopton.
Yeah, and he did that lap with a damaged wing.
He certainly did. He's putting in the big ones. Is the Junior, and we'll get rid of that. We'll leave those penalties up. We know what tyre everybody's on. The rain is falling. It's all inters. It is all inters. And Lukey boy
making a move on the Salmons there.
I dare say that might have been team orders, and Lukey Boy, the same deal, getting by Johnny M4. That is Renault versus Renault, Jaguar versus Jaguar. And of course, look at that, Bopton, after a couple of laps of me saying, have a look at the Renaults, 5th, 6th and 7th now. Doing a fantastic job. The Jaguars are starting to fire up. Salmon's drifting back a little bit. I dare say this will just be tyre management now, Bopton. And these boys are going to have to start to look after it, but have a look at the sky. I don't see any rain falling, Bopton. I don't see any rain. And it looks like the circuit's starting to dry up. Have a look at it.
Yeah, you can see a dry line starting to form in the tarmac there now, so dare say it won't be long before you see some pit stops to chuck on some dry tyres.
Well, that's the thing, Bopton. It's the crossover, and you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Junior's going again. Middy's left. What's he going to do? What's he going to do? He's going to go again. Vert going to take a chance. He's going again. The track ain't ready yet. It is not ready yet. They're going to go one more, I think, here, Bopton. And, lap 8 of 32. And, Junior said he's going full push. Well, he has to. He has to. As he's sending his tyres. He's melting them. He's absolutely melting them, is the Junior. And, he's going to come in this lap. Look at the understeer. Look at the understeer. These are done, Bopton. It is time. It is time to put on the slicks. Fury having a good look at Scotty. Is he going to send it? Oh, no, he's not. He backs well out of it, and rightly so. And, what a fantastic battle for P7 and 8 here, Bopton. A fantastic Renault versus Jaguar. Let's not forget, Renault and, Golf F1 still have their wild cards to be played. They've got to lock it in the server, but nevertheless, I dare say we're going to see that next week, Bopton. Double points for them on offer.
Yep, that wild card was a great addition to the season. It made you really think about the attendance and who was showing up to race when the best time to use your wild card was.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And to be honest with you, I think this season, Housey mastered it. He got the master stroke. They used it at Belgium. They had a look at the attendance. There was only 14 or 15 of you, 3 of you DNF'd. And, they maximised all 4 of them come home and they scored big. And that was it. That was the break they needed, and they took off, and it's been daylight ever since. But nevertheless, we are currently watching Fury. They're going again here, Bopton. No one has put the pit lane in. And, there you go. Junior's still out there. So, nevertheless, there is Lukey Boy just getting past Anarchy Reaper. That is for position, folks. That is up into 4th spot. Great move by the Luke.
Yeah, they must know something we don't, because I definitely thought for sure that lap you would have seen some people coming in.
Absolutely, and look at Bender, look at Striker. There's only a couple of spots between them. You've got Brad Tay, and then there's David, and then there's Striker. I'll tell you what, have a look at it. Bender doing a stunning job at the moment in the wet stuff. And, let's just see when this crossover point is. Junior, is that him going again? I'm not too sure. Where is he? There he is there. And let's just have a look at those rears. The track is still a little bit damp offline, isn't it there, Bopton? It has still got some damp spots, but it's very difficult to tell on this point of view. Of course, the drivers will know best on when it is time, but he's looking after them, so they're overheating. He's looking for those cool spots, isn't he? And, there you go. We want to be careful with track limits, does the Junior, because a 3-second time penalty is going to hurt him, and hurt him big time. He's looking for the wet, and there he is. He's calling them off. So I'll tell you what, Junior just going again. I wonder if they're all going to. And
he said a fastest lap time too of a 125.3.
He's putting in the big ones, is the Junior. I do know he wanted a great result here, and he has put in the time. And there he is there, up there in P1. Couldn't get the chocolates in qualifying, but in race trim at the moment, Bopton just looks real good. Well, we'll keep an eye on him, Bopton. When he comes out of the pit lane, keep an eye on who is around him. Keep an eye if he's gaining or if he's losing time. And, of course, that will be the reference point. That'll be the reference point as Anarchy slots into P5, doing a very, very good job. Fury, there he is there, having a good look at Scotty. He's been there all Grand Prix, has the Fury. And, who is that? That is the... that is Z. And, of course, Z's race was a little bit stuttered towards the start of this one. Of course, he was around. He lost the front wing there, Bopton. And getting lapped, unfortunately. He will just keep plugging on because he knows this is the last one at IMOLA, and why not just keep showing? You'll get points regardless as the guys around him start to stop. We'll flick back up to Junior because whereabouts is he? He's going to be the reference point. How is Salmons? Is he gaining time? Is he losing time, Bopton? What's happening?
Yeah, Salmon's come out of the pit about 7 seconds behind David, so he hasn't really gained too much or lost too much yet.
Okay, so we're going to keep an eye on that with interest there, Bopton. At the moment, 7.1 seconds at the start of lap 11 from the leader. So we're going to keep an eye on that. Aniki Reaper, there you go. We're going to see action in the pit lane, speeding in the pit lane. Verk, Luke, bang, bang. Oh, dearie me, that is not good. And that is not what they would have wanted. Housey will go up in a P4. He's going to continue, I dare say. He certainly will. He's a bit of a tyre whisperer, is this one. He might go a lap longer. And, well, there you go. Up in a P4. Middy's Mella, there he is there. Staying, well, coming out of the pit lane. And we've got to get the detail out for the tyre. And have a look at that on the medium compound. Verk's come out on the hard compound. Lukey Boy on the hard compound. There you go, Bopton. Johnny M4, the hard compound. Fury on the medium. I'll tell you what, they've gone the hard compound this time.
And the Batman's, oh no, who was it? JC's lost it coming out of the pit.
Oh, dearie me, JC has lost it. That's cold tyres. Might have hit a wet spot, lit him up and around he went. Oh, dearie me, that is not good for the JC. But Salmons and Batman doing battle. Salmons with 1 lap older tyres, and they will be getting warmer than the Batmans at the moment. Look at the closing speed, Bopton. That's the problem you're faced with throwing on the hard compound. You've just got to be careful, of course. And they're trying to get to the end of the Grand Prix, but I just think the time you're going to lose firing those bad boys up compared to the medium is going to hurt. And of course, it is not sunny. We've just had some rain, so well, let's just see how this one works, mate.
As Midas just picks up a 3-second time penalty for cutting corners.
There you go. That is track limits, and that is not going to help the man's cause whatsoever. Junior in the pit lane. Junior exiting the pit lane. Where is Middies? There he is there. There he is there. There's the pit straight. Junior coming out of it. There he is there, exiting the pit lane. And is the length of the start-finish straight there, Bopton.
Yeah, nice move. It looked like, who did he pass?
He was getting through a lap. Getting through a left car, of course. That is the Z. And, well, just having a bit of a troublesome time up. Oh, he's gone wide again. And, well, there you go. Just having a bit of a struggle at the moment is the Z. And doesn't want to throw it in the pit lane. I'm not too sure if he's got rear wing damage. If he does and it's orange, well, that is, well, seniority for you to pit and quit, unfortunately, if that's the case. If not, keep circulating, mate. You will still score points and all more for the team, of course, which is what it's all about there, Bopton. And nevertheless, after the first round of pit stops, albeit 4 guys yet to stop, you can see them for yourselves at home. And we've got a bit of a mixed bag here, mate. The majority opted for the hard compound. Which way would have you gone, mate?
Yeah, it's a tough one. Oh, excuse me.
You're right, mate.
Given the length of race left, I mean, you could try and push the hards to the end. I don't know if you get there, but I mean, you could have gone either way. I think hard's probably the better race tyre, in my biased opinion.
Well, that is Housey doing his work in the background, of course. And, well, a bit of a hard tyre whisperer is the Housey. But I tell you what, Housey, of course, he's come out on the hard compound. And a bit of a segue to that man, of course, leading the Group 3 Championship at the moment. Coming out of the pit lane, where is the Batman? In P12 at the moment. And let's just see how he fares. He's on the start-finish straight. There he is there. Housey exiting the pit lane. There he is there. And, well, you can see the gap for yourself. Batman just a couple of spots behind. And, well, that is the distance. It is not far there, Bopton, as Batman has just gotten past the Salmons. He can see the Housey, and that is his championship right ahead.
Yeah, he did great to put it right back behind Housey. I would have thought staying out longer on the wet tyre would have hindered him a bit more, but he must have timed it spot on.
Well, absolutely, he must have. And, well, Fury all over the back of Anarchy. Have a look at this. There's Fury coming alive on that medium compound. I told you, Bopton, that would just fire up a lot better. The closing speed's a lot better. The grip through the corners is a lot better. The put on the power is a lot better. And, well, there you go. Fury just proving that. But he hasn't got long. He's got maybe a handful of laps just to use that tyre to the best of his ability and just see if he can break the DRS. But Anarchy Reaper doing a fantastic job this Grand Prix, isn't he, mate?
Yeah, I mean, to still be up in P5 in this field is a good job. So hats off to him.
Absolutely it is. Absolutely it is. And well, Taylor in the chat saying, well, this must have been during while it was wet and Junior was on the inters. Junior said his tyres are great and he's not going to pit yet. Well, fantastic. Well, he's keeping us updated. He's engineering and keeping us updated. He or she, I do apologise, as of course Taylor can be both there, Bopton. And well, there you go. Nevertheless, we do push on. But Fury there in P6.
Digresses.
Yeah, well, I mean, I could have got myself in all sorts of trouble there, but a bit of a bailout, bit of a back out of that one. I do apologise, Taylor, but nevertheless, we push on. Fury P6, as I did touch on, and there you go. I think the anarchy, those hards are starting to come to him, and look, he's opening it up. 1.1 seconds now there, Bopton. He's just got out of the DRS zone. As Bopton might be Mr. Muted again, but nevertheless on Middy's Mella in P3, and we're having a good look at Verk. That's the gap there, folks. Verk chasing hard for Liam, but Liam at the moment, the cream of the crop in race trim, isn't he there, mate? Doing a stunning job this Grand Prix.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was having a coughing fit in the background, so.
Okay. No problem at all, mate. No problem at all. As well, there is Fury, and still all over the back of Anarchy. Not too sure if he might have done a bit of a charge, and well, let's just see how this one fares. We're going to keep an eye on these times with interest, because there is Middies, there is Verk, and there you go, Bopton. And well, fantastic. The gap is closing. 4 tenths, 3 tenths now, and well, nowhere to pass. Middies waiting for the DRS zone. I dare say there, Bopton. The only spot to get it done at the moment is, well, the only relevant spot at the moment to get it done. As I'll tell you what, they're all flirting with track limits through there, aren't they, mate? But nevertheless, as they go through the tricky chicane, and well, easy to get it right, easy to get it wrong there, Bopton. And well, so far so good this Grand Prix. The boys have put on a stunning job. Of course, yes, very tricky conditions at the start of the Grand Prix. Has now dried up. We are now in dry conditions. We're at the halfway point of the Grand Prix, Bopton, and so far so good. This has been an absolute showing from the lads at the last one at IMOLA.
Yeah, that wet weather definitely shake things up a bit, so.
It certainly did there, mate. It certainly did. As well, Brad Tay, Bender, there they are there. That's the gap. And that is 14th and 13th, respectively. As, well, Jazz Blues Cat, there he is there, having a good race in P17. Just circulating is the Jazz. And I'll tell you what, he's come good of late, has the Jazz. And, well, looking for his improvement. I'll tell you what, next season and on the new game, or the new updated game, is going to be interesting to see what that does with all sorts of things. But nevertheless, very, very good. The first round of pit stops, Bopton, have thrown things for 6 a little bit. The gaps have opened up. But I think, of course, with the start, with being it all wet, it's all going to change. We've got a bit of a mixed bag of strategies happening out there. And, well, the hard compound runners, they're going to chance their arm to see if they can make it to the end of the Grand Prix. The medium runners, I dare say, they're going to stop again, Bopton. This one's going to get juicy towards the end. And, well, you've just got to put in those consistent laps. That's where it's at. As we'll flick back down to Salmons, because this is the closest battle on circuit, as he's just crept into DRS, mate.
Yeah, he was doing quite well to stay behind Batman, but then he fell off there for a bit. I don't know if he was just getting back into the groove or he made a little mistake. And
yeah, not too sure there, mate. Not too sure. But Brad Tay's starting to creep up on Bender as well. Have a look at that there, Bopton. And well, Bender doing a stunning job this Grand Prix. 13th at the moment. Where is Striker in 18th, Bopton? At the moment, there's 1, 2, 3. Well, there's Jazz with the time penalty. The Striker has just recently stopped, so he'll be looking to go long. Bender will be looking to go long. It's going to be interesting, Bopton. It's going to be interesting. That 2 laps in hand for Striker could help him towards the end if they both decide to go to the end.
yeah, definitely. Just on the Group 3 battle too, Batman's pulled his time down from, he was about 3 seconds behind Halsey.
He certainly has.
Pulled that up, so he's closing into the back of him.
He certainly is, mate. And great spot from you there, my friend, of course. 1.9 seconds now there, Bopton. And Batman putting on the afterburners, of course. And, Well, I wonder if he's going to chance his arm, of course. Maybe he's thought, you know what, I'm going to make this a two-stopper. I'm going to spend this one now. I'm going to put all sorts of pressure on the Housey. Let's just see if we can get it done. Of course, Housey will most likely try to go long and not stop again. Of course, the tyre whisperer is the Housey. It's just a matter of how much tyre they've got left towards the end of the Grand Prix. 18 of 32 here, Bopton, just past the halfway point. And, well, so far, what a belter of a Grand Prix. Paying respects to Imola for the very last time. Of course, with the update, this track won't be on the game, of course, and being replaced by Madrid.
Yeah, I'll be excited to actually give Madrid a go.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how that all pans out, of course, and yeah, it'd be interesting, of course. Always interesting for a new circuit, but nevertheless, another street circuit to you. But anyway, we
I'll tell you what, I still remember my first podium with Parabolica. Well, was it Parabolica?
Yeah, Parabolic League.
Yeah, the first league at Vietnam.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. Well, I mean, have a look at that. We're at Imola, and Bopton's gone back 8 years, and he's gone, you know what, let's just talk about myself for a little bit at a track that doesn't even exist, that they didn't even race on in real life, but nevertheless, we push on. We do apologise, boys, out on circuit. A bit of a segue to the Bopton, but there we go. Salmon's all over the Batman. Batman's starting to drift off, and guess what, Bopton? Bang, he's got a track limit warning. That's not going to help. As Howsey in P9, and that, I dare say, the sweat off his brow just got a little bit lighter as he can breathe a little bit, of course. He's just got to keep it within the white lines. But let's just see how he plays out. As Howsey would say, game on. There is 13 laps remaining. Anything can and usually does happen. Aniki Reaper starting to close the gap on Lukey Boy. Have a look at this. I told you it would fire up as this one closes down. And Aniki in P5. Lukey Boy always a bit loosey-goosey. Has time limit penalties. Let's have a look. I dare say he's 13. Yes, Furcott speeding in the pit lane. Lukey Boy speeding in the pit lane. If they stop again, they're going to pay that in the pit lane. And, well, there you go. As Black Moon goes, Jesus, yes, that's coming back. That's coming back a while, showing you where.
Going back to the best game, the best F1 game, in my opinion.
well,
nothing to compare for me anyway to.
Well,
F1
F1 2020 was pretty good. But nevertheless, Bopton, it is so not about you. It's about the Furkinator. And have a look at him hunt. 8.8 seconds now. He's friggin' closing quick. Verk's on a mission. He said, no, you're not, Junior. You're not having this one easy. Look at him close, Bopton. That was like 12 seconds. Not that long ago. It's 8.6 seconds. Verk's on a mission. Have a look at that. Keep it on the, keep an eye on those times. As Taylor in chat saying, Junior is saying Verk is rapid. And, well, there you go. We can see it for himself. Junior not doing such a bad job himself. There is M4 all over Mr. Fury Strat. Have a look at this there, Bopton. And I'll tell you what, M4 is coming alive. He's got a time penalty to his name. What's he got there, mate? That's 6 seconds. That's going to hurt him. But nevertheless, this is a battle on circuit. Johnny M4 won't mind that. And, well, there you go. In P6, doing a great job is this man. And we'll have a look at Mitty's come out of the pit lane. A fresh rubber. There you go. He made the call. P9. He's made the call, Bopton. He's thought, I have to do something different, and he's done something different. And, well, there you go. Come out in P9 on the medium. As, well, there is Senior saying hello to Taylor. And, well, loving the community spirit, folks. And absolutely brilliant from everyone. As, well, Johnny M4, P6, still looking at the back of Fury. Just cooled his jets a little bit. Knows there's a DRS straight coming up. The only one on the circuit. Can he make the most of it? We're going to stay with this Bopton. As, well, tell you what, Fury got an unbelievable exit coming out of Ravazza. And, well, there you go. Absolutely. Look at it. Fury pulling away. Spending a bit of battery. And there you go. Johnny M4, DRS can't do nothing about it. And, well, there you go. Fantastic from these two. As Lukey Boy still all over Aniki here, mate. And, well, this one is firing up. Have a look at the Batman over Salmons. He still can't get the job done. Salmons doing a fantastic job holding his nerve. as Bopton on mute most likely again. And well, there you go. P6 is Johnny M4, as I did touch on all over the back of Fury. Where is Middies? He's closing the gap. There he is there, just getting by the Housey. Team orders, and Housey tucks in. He won't mind that at all. Scotty is next on the Middies hit list, and have a look at this man fire up as Junior goes, you know what? Holy shit, I've got to do something, because if Middies is closing at a rate of knots and Burke is closing at a rate of knots, I need a new set, and there you go. Burke has been released as Junior stops, and there you go, comes out, throws on the medium there, Bopton.
Yeah, good tyre choice from Junior there. He's going to need it if he wants to battle Midas there.
Well, there you go there, mate. As, well, Anarchy Reaper up into P2 as Junior come out of the pit lane on fresh rubber. There he is there, P4. So some are going to go one stop, some are going to go two stop. It is going to be interesting to see how this one pans out. And where are the stops? There they are there. And, of course, Junior with two, Middies with two. Of course, Z with two, but that was, an early stop for the front wing. And Junior's made a mistake. Oh no, he's still missing that end plate there, Bopton. He's still missing that end plate. He's decided not to get it fixed. And it's crazy in dry conditions. Oh, I don't think he'll be able to do anything about it now here, Bopton. As, well, in P4, Lukey Boy out there on circuit ahead of him. And this will be for position. Junior needs to pass him. But I'll tell you what, Lukey Boy ain't going to make this easy out there on 11 lap old hards. And well, doing his best to nurse these bad boys to the very end. Anarchy Reaper out there on 9 lap old hards doing his thing in P2. And I'll tell you what, these hard runners are looking to hang on here, mate.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if Vert can get to the end with his tyre life. I know Anarchy might have a shot, but yeah, Verk's pushing it with 12 lap old hards already, I'd say.
Well, I'll tell you what, Verk was 16 seconds, and I know the 10-second for him and for Luke were in the pit lane, and if there was anything untoward, if it wasn't speeding in the pit lane, and they can prove that, of course, that 10 seconds will be wiped, but if they serve it in the pit lane, there is nothing the stewards can do about it, and Verky knows this. He's got 16 seconds, so he's trying to get to the 16-second here mark there, Bopton. Anarchy Reaper, 14.1 seconds adrift, and has only stopped once. Junior stopped twice, and there he is there. He's making his way through, isn't he? Slowly is the Junior. He's got Anarchy to contend with, and this is all for position. Anarchy does not need to yield, and well, there you go. Junior just has to bide his time. There's nowhere through here. As, well, there you go. He's going to go. Is he going to go? No, he's just too far back. Absolutely brilliant driving from Anarchy Reaper, and well, Junior getting a little bit frustrated. He'll have to wait to the DRS zone. Anarchy goes and gives him room, and well, Junior going to send it on the inside at the start of Ravazza. He certainly is. Absolutely brilliant move from the Junior. And I'll tell you what here, Bopton, he can start making his way and start closing that gap to Vert.
Yeah, beautiful moves through Ravazza there for Junior.
It certainly was there, mate. Middies Mella P6 now. Johnny M4 throws it in the pit lane. He's had enough of the hard. The hards are done. He said, I've had enough. You can see the medium compound come to life here, Bopton, and look how quick they are compared to the rest of them around him. I'll tell you what, Verky Boy, want to be careful. 13.6 seconds now, Bopton. There is 8 laps remaining. And let's have a look at the penalties. Junior has 3. It's 13 seconds. And well, let's just see if that time penalty will be removed. We're not too sure what happened there. And nevertheless, Verk's trying to make it. Can he make it? I'm not too sure, mate. 8 laps is a long way to go. That is 21 he's looking for on that hard compound, and I don't think so here, mate. Oh, we're going to call Bopton the muted one, but nevertheless, stop doing that. Stop doing that. As there he is there in P8. As well, fantastic from the Sevens, all over Batman. Batman Housey nose to stern, as we thought they would be. It's going to go down to the wire there, Bopton. Of course, there is Bender. Where is Striker? P8, 18 at the moment. And of course, Bender, well, he's got time penalties. Let's have a look at him. He's got 3 seconds. Striker, a bit of a clean skin. And, well, there's a bit of time in between them, nevertheless.
I'll just stop your escape if you want to do the driver of the day poll. You're more tech savvy than I am.
Yes. Where do you want to sit there, Bob? We've got to pick a driver to sit with, and where do you want to sit, mate?
Who's closest on track? Salmons is looking the closest at the minute.
All right, we'll stay there, mate. We'll stay there as I do the driver of the day poll.
Well, Skate's taking care of that. I'll just read off the famous track stats for the last time as we race here at IMOLA. So we've had two events here at IMOLA. Our fastest lap here was set at a 1 minute 16.8, and it was from none other than the Fury Strat, the lap record holder of lap record holders, and that was in SXR Season 3. Most wins here is I'm a Noob. Most podiums, Verk with 2, and he's looking to try and make that a third one tonight. The fastest quali lap was a 1:15.2, and that was from I'm a Noob, which that I believe was beaten tonight from Midas, and that was in SXR Season 1. The closest win here was 0.4 of a second, and the largest win was 8 seconds, 8.9. And that rounds out our stats here. Striker, Salmon still is 1.7 seconds behind the Batman.
All right, folks, I'm back. The driver of the day poll has gone out. Your votes, you can vote for Verk, Liam, Anarchy, Scotty, or Heather Housey. Can only put 5. If you want to vote for somebody else, type it in the chat. I couldn't put Batman in. There was not one more slot left, but ideally he would have liked to have gone in. And if you want to vote for Batman, just type in Batman, and we will count that as his votes, of course. Tally them up. That is what you can do, folks. And of course, absolutely stunning. Get your votes in. That will determine our driver of the day, folks. Yes, an absolute cracking battle, Bopton. 27 of 32. It's going down. It's going down big time as Liam takes the lead of the race. And there it is there. Verk in the pit lane, serving that 10 seconds, and that's going to hurt him, which releases Anarchy Reaper up into P2, Bopton. Anarchy's going to take a P2 at the moment. Minis Mella in P3. And I'll tell you what, fantastic from these boys. And, awesome racing at the moment as, Anarchy Reaper on 14 lap old hards, Bopton. Can he bring this one home? Can he bring it home?
I think Verk's retired the car. Or is my screen glitched?
No, I think your screen is glitched. Verk out on circuit. And there he is there. And there's Batman just slots up. Verk goes into P7 right behind his teammate. And Batman says, there you go, son. You can have your spot back. You're quicker. You're the absolute quicker driver. You got the quicker rubber. Go get it. Go get it, Verky. As, P6 is this man. I'll tell you what, is he fired up for this one? Is he fired up? He's got 5 laps there, Bopton. But I think it's done and dusted. Junior out in front at the moment. 7.3 seconds is the margin. And, fantastic racing from these boys.
Yeah, there's Fury Strats all over the back of Salmons here. I don't know if there'll be team orders to let them through, but I guess we'll find out.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. And well, I'll tell you what, Junior looking to claim a win. Middy's been the cream of the crop. It's very rare we see somebody else on that top step this season. But Junior at the moment holding firm, 6 lap old mediums, and he's just got to nurse those bad boys home, doesn't he there, Bopton? The Fury Strat all over Salmons. He's going to make a move. Salmons moves over and says, there you go, mate. Go get it, Fury, go get it. As, Salmons tucks into P9, and that's what I like to see. The Group 1 and Group 2 boys are working very well together. I'll tell you what, Bopton, look at the Batman. 17 lap old hards. Housey, 15 lap old hards. And, oh dearie me, are we talking puncher territory? Look at Housey trying to open up the steering wheel. Extremely tentative on throttle. I'll tell you what, we'll flick down to Batman. He's got all the ones. Batman's around. Batman's around, dearie me. He's around, and that is what the old hard compound does. And, well, there you go, folks. There you go. That is it. And, well, that is not it, excuse me. But unfortunate for Batman is, well, we got full course yellow Why have we got a full course yellow, Bopton? Is it VSC? It certainly is
Probably-
VSC. It's because
Yeah,
Batman
probably
had a
due
bit
to
of a
the
spin.
crash.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Big trigger happy around IMOLA. And, well, there you go. There you go. As, yes, I know, driver of the day for guys with pens. That's exactly right, mate. That's exactly right, my friend. And, well, I've got to put the names up there, though, senior. And they are the names, and regardless of what it is, the driver of the day, we don't like to give it to the drivers that have penalties, of course. And, well, Anarchy at the moment leading the driver of the day vote with 3 votes, and is a clean skin. So fantastic. So I don't know what you're talking about there, senior. Open your eyes. You're calling me an old bastard. But nevertheless, we will push on. We'll push on. JC, a bit of a struggle Grand Prix for this man. Down in 15th there, Bopton. And well, Minnie's Mella in P3, Housey in P6, Bender in 13th, and JC in 15th. And that is the story for the Wonka Racing team this Grand Prix so far, albeit 3 laps remaining. As well, there you go. Bender just getting by, and of course, who was that going in the pit lane? That was the Batman. And well, Bender will be in puncher territory. I'll tell you what, look at them all nursing the tyres, Bopton. I don't know if they're going to make it, mate. I don't know. It's going to be touch and go.
Yeah, 2 laps to go. I'd be interested to see what their tyre wear percent is on.
Well, it certainly is. And look, a little fresher rubber as, well, there you go. Johnny and 4 just making light work of Salmons like he wasn't even there. Lukey Boy will be next, and have a look at the closing speed. It is just phenomenal. We can see it for ourselves. And, well, there you go. Salmons on 19-lap-old rubber. As, well, there you go. Scotty on 17-lap-old rubber. And that is just getting by the Housey. Housey down in 6th. And doing a stunning job. And look at the washout. Look at the washout on the front end there, Bopton. I don't know if they're going to make it. It's going to be bloody touch and go. The muted commentator's done it again. But nevertheless, Salmons...
I need to stop pushing mute.
You've got to stop pushing mute. As, well, there he is there. Salmon's P9. And who is that behind him? I think that might be Jazz. And certainly is Jazz, of course, just getting lapped and getting out of the way of the front runners. Fantastic, Jazz. Much appreciated. As, well, there is JC. And I'll tell you what, he's tucked in behind Bender here, mate. And, well, he can't tuck in for too much longer because Bender, 19-lap-old hard. Bender's pulled out of the way. There you go, JC. Go get it. And, well, what's happened there? Bender's just let the front runners go through. Of course, not his fight. 19-lap-old hards. They can't have any more purchase left. Oh, I'll tell you what, it'll be very interesting to see the tyre percentage. Anarchy Reaper, bang! Oh, dearie me! That's a time penalty for him. No. And, well, there you go. So, at the moment, according to that, it looks like Housey might get the driver of the day. We don't like to give it to the drivers with penalties. And, well, there you go. Housey at the moment with a clean skin. He's got to keep it between the white lines. Scotty's the other one. Oh, we'll determine which one it is. Have a look at the penalty. Excuse me. The position changes. Housey's got one more than him. So there you go there, Bopton. That might determine it. There you go. Signed, sealed, delivered. He's just got to keep it.
I think that's fair enough.
I think so too, mate.
That's a fair call.
I think so too. And, well, there you go. 31 of 32. Junior, there he is there. P1 about to start the final lap of the Grand Prix. Anarchy P2. And look at the top 4 with the penalties. Dearie me. Of course, yes, it is track characteristics, but absolutely stunning.
Midas is a bit wobbly through Ravazza.
Oh, he's around!
Minnie's around!
Minnie's is around! Dearie me! He certainly is around. Where is the Verk? And Verk can sense blood. He can see him. And there he is there. Verk goes through. Verk up into P3. Minnie's down into P4. Dearie me, a rare mistake from the great man. And, well, that is 12-lap-old mediums. I think he might have boxed a little bit too early there, Bopton, and that has hurt him big time off the podium at the moment. Let's have a look at the penalties. He might not be off the podium. Verk with 9 seconds, he will be off the podium, will the Verk. And, well, there you go. 9 seconds, unfortunately, with the Verkinator. But there you go. We'll flick up to our leader because there he is.
Picks up a 3-second time penalty as well.
He certainly does, and it is a tiring, wholesome race is IMOLA, and that's what we love about it. As it gets on, I tell you what, it is. What is Junior doing? Is he wanting a puncher? I am not too sure. Just bring the friggin' thing home and celebrate afterwards. As well, there he is there, and we'll see. You're gonna have to talk to him, mate. He's a bit of a bellend sometimes, but there he is there, crosses the line. P1 from the Junior, great race, mate. Absolutely stunning from the Junior. Fantastic racing. As well, there is Anarchy P2. Welcome back to form. Very, very good from the Anarchy P2. What a stunning, stunning race. I don't think Verk's going to hold it. He's not going to hold it, I don't think. And let's just have a look at the penalties there, Bopton. Let's have a look at the penalties. Let's have a look at the penalties. I think Minis is going to jump him. Let's just see. Minis crosses the line. He doesn't. Verk stays there. P3. Minis P4. Scotty P5. Fantastic. Housey takes P6. Fury in the end. Great drive from the Fury. P7 from that man. Johnny M4 P8. Lukey Boy, great recovery drive from that man. Awesome job, Luke, from last week. Salmons jumps up into P8 on 23 lap holders. Holy shit. Johnny M4 P9, Lukey Boy P10. Z, well, I'll tell you what a recovery from this guy. What a recovery from this guy. After the first lap, found himself at the back, P11. Great drive, Z.
Verk set a new lap record of a 1:16.3.
There you go. Read it all out. We'll get to that in a minute. As, well, JC P12, Bender in 13th, David 14th, Batman, Brad Tay, Jazz, Striker, and Blue Dog round us out here, Bopton. And our driver of the day goes to it did go to Anarchy according to the chat. But then it went to Liam. Then it went to Verk. And, well, they all got penalties, Bopton. We can't do it. We can't do it. Then it was between Housey and Scotty. And, well, I tell you what. Housey, Scotty, both didn't have penalties. Housey gained 6 spots. Scotty gained 5. It's very close. But I tell you what, we're giving it to Housey. And, well, fantastic racing by this lot. The fastest lap of the Grand Prix, new lap record, goes to the Verkinator. A 1:16.325. Bang, bang, Verk's back. Well done, mate. Well done. As we'll flick down to the end for the stewards to do their jobs as they do week in, week out, all season long. Thank you very much. And, of course, big thank you to Mr. Fury Strat and Scotty. They both will be the stat men for next season. And, well, this season, Scotty, keeping me in check all season. Much appreciated. One more race to go. We're going to go on a brief pause. We're going to get our drivers in here, Bopton, for a bit of a driver interview. And we'll be back with you in just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, yes, we're back. We've got our drivers in for a bit of an interview. Junior cannot be with us, unfortunately. But nevertheless, we'll start off with the Season 3 champ. Bang, bang, on the podium. Let's bring it home. Verk, talk us through that one. What a race, mate. Oh, a bit of a tough one at the start, mate, but you clawed your way back. And, bit of a pit lane penalty as well there, my friend. Talk us through it. It was very interesting.
Yeah, look, honestly, didn't think I'd be sitting here talking to you boys in this chat, but yeah, I thought I pushed my pit limiter button and then I just put my foot on the accelerator for some stupid reason, and yeah, realised once it popped up and I was pretty unhappy with myself, but all I had to do was just do what I could, and the track limits here are woeful.
Yeah.
I think just touching that white line, I was getting warnings, and I was ready to just pull my wheel off my rig and throw it.
Well, I mean, it is track characteristics, and it tends to happen as it gets long, of course, because it is even though it is a sort of a quick, kind of a flowing circuit, it is concentration plus. It doesn't take much, and we tend to have seen those track limits all start to come up towards the back half of the Grand Prix. But hey, Verkinator, new lap record, baby. Woohoo! Yeah, there you go, mate.
I'll take it after tonight.
Absolutely, and what a brilliant way to sign off on IMOLA, setting records, of course, and well, fantastic racing from you. And well, one more to go after this one, and well, we will touch on that before we get to the rest of the boys. We have asked the drivers just to hold off for 24 hours on the update so we can get to Abu Dhabi and finish off our season on this current game, as we do know everything's going to change quite a little bit, but nevertheless, Verk, new lap record, mate. Awesome job. And just reminding everybody, you are still the Season 3 champ, mate. Well done.
Still, that's not going to last long.
Well, hang on. Scotty's just come into the chat as well. Congratulations to Verk. Well, with that P3, mate, that is your 1,000th points in this format. 5th driver to do so. So that is not an easy feat to do. So congratulations, mate. Absolutely stunning. And well, just keep clocking them up, Verkinator. Good job, mate. Awesome job on the podium. Well done.
Thank you. If we just get middies to do that on every lap, we can might get somewhere.
Yeah, you might possibly will, mate. Might possibly will, but nevertheless, stunning job. And well, there you go. And well, hang on. Scotty just said you did it in 51 races. So well, that's stunning, Verk. You should be proud. Hang your hat on that one, mate. And well, there you go. I think it might be the quickest at the moment. We'll get Scotty to double check that during the week. But nevertheless, awesome. Records are meant to be made, to be broken. And well, there you go. Starting to tumble them all now, Verkinator. Good stuff, mate. Congratulations on your P3.
Thanks, fellas.
No worries. And I'll tell you what, Bobton. Oh, we get to the understudy. Oh, it's the first time chatting with this man in the box. And, well, Aniki Reaper, oh, he's just come of age of late. As the weeks roll by, this man gets better and better. P2, Aniki, talk us through it, mate. Great Grand Prix, great racing. And, well, bit of a treacherous one at the start, but talk us through it, mate. Bit of a cool head, buddy. Awesome to see.
Thank you very much, mate. Good evening. Yeah, I tried my best in the rain. It was a bit slippy on the rear end, but we made it work. And then, just kept pushing and pushing and pushing. I knew I had a bit of pace in the dry, so I was waiting for it to come. And then I just kept my head down, to be honest with you. I tried my hardest not to get a penalty, and then I get it on the second to last lap, which is bloody typical, but hey ho. But yeah, I just tried to race my race, and that was that.
Well, not to burst your bubble though, mate, and that penalty was, we all sighed in the office because you were on for driver of the day, and as the professor will tell you, the man standing next to you, we do not award driver of the day to drivers that have track penalties, but nevertheless, stunning Grand Prix, and well, there was battles throughout that one, and you were all over the back of a few of them there, Aniki. Awesome racing. You must have enjoyed it.
I did, mate. I did. Thank you very much. It feels good. Keep improving. Yeah, keep pushing. We do how we do, you know.
That's right.
anyway, it's good to be on the podium. Thank you very much for having me.
Nah, you're welcome, mate. Good stuff, mate. And onwards and upwards, Anarchy. Looking forward to the next one. And, well, congratulations on a stunning drive. That is P2, Anarchy Reaper. Congratulations.
GG's, mate. Cheers.
No problem at all. No problem at all. And I'll tell you what, this man is no stranger to the commentary box, but he is, well, he's here as a driver of the day. I speak of none other than the Housey, the lefty, the professor. Shit, he's got a lot of names. But I'll tell you what, he's a clean skin yet again. Driver of the day, Mr. Housey. Woof, bit of a sweaty one, but you pulled through, mate. Congratulations.
Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone tuning in.
There it is.
There's a blast from the past for you.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, hot, sweaty,
Yes.
tough race. You know I hate this track, so to be honest with you, just to have all four wheels and to finish is an absolute bonus in my book. I was expecting nothing else tonight. I've been petrified of this race since the calendar got released, I can't lie. So
Yes, I know you have. But Housey, you've come out not too bad, mate. Not too bad. A couple of places between your great self and the guy who you're fighting off for that Group 3 title. And, well, this one's going down to the wire at Abu Dhabi next week. Looking forward to seeing that one. But job done, mate. The biggest worry of the season for you, was this circuit. And you get driver of the day. I mean, talk us through it, mate. Talk us through it. I mean, it must be a relief in so many ways. I do know you very, very well. And maybe that little bit of a retreat on the weekend might have helped a little bit.
yeah, I mean I can't lie. I've had a rough couple of weeks. I've got unfortunately lost a friend from cancer.
Yes.
Last 2 days ago. So look, this one's dedicated driver of the day. Not that obviously he can watch, but
he's watching, mate. He's watching, mate. He's watching.
Dedicated to Steve, and gonna miss you. And so look, again, a lot on my mind. I can't lie. Like I said, I hate this track. Bit of stuff going on personally. Rough couple of weeks in terms of results for me, you know. But this is racing. It's up and down in it. So
That's right.
Just probably putting a little bit too much pressure on myself the last couple of weeks in terms of other things on my mind potentially. So yeah, going into this, like you said, it was just a case of I'd just take finishing, but obviously try and be in and around Batman as per always. And that's exactly how the race went. I mean, I think he unfortunately maybe had a bit of a slip up towards the end, which is unfortunate. I don't want to see that happen. I wanted him to be right with me, to be honest. But, you know, look, again, it's racing. We'll take it. It is what it is. It's going to go to the last round as we knew it would do right before the season even started, to be honest with you. So, good battle. So, on to the last one, and may the best man win.
Absolutely. And of course, we will declare it in the server within the next coming days regarding the Group 1 and Group 2 championships. The Drivers' Champion, I dare say it's all been declared. Middies is the Drivers' Champion. That one I can virtually sign off on. I'll have to double check with the JC and the Parzival. I'm pretty sure Z has taken that one. But we will confirm all of that when it is all official. Nothing going to be confirmed just yet. Housey still leading that Group 3. Striker, well, I'll tell you what, was close between him and the Bender. And we'll double check all of that before we release anything at the moment. Not until it's mathematically possible for the drivers to win will it be released. But nevertheless, a stunning final hit out at IMOLA. And, well, the lefty's nemesis done very, very well. The driver of the day. I'll tell you what, Bobson, have you got anything further to add, mate? Because that was a screamer of a race.
Yeah, nothing really. That with a chucked a spinner in the works, and it looked like everyone, well, most of everyone adapted pretty well. So, the other thing was just the tyre life at the end there. Helped people, or it didn't help people. So
yeah, that's exactly
great
right.
racing to everyone.
Good point there, Housey. Bobton. Housey, got to ask you a question. The hard compound, what were they on, mate, percentage-wise towards the end? What were they on? I mean, you had a little bit more laps in your hand compared to a couple of others around you, but nevertheless, what were they on?
Well, I knew I was always going to try and stretch the Indies another couple of laps, probably after it was ready, because I was trying to make it to a number where I knew I'd be safe to get the hard time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think they were maybe 59, 60%, something like that.
Oh, not too bad at all.
So, nah, but I mean, not as much as I don't like the track, I kind of reined in the tyre wear on this one a little bit. So I'd imagine maybe some others that did similar might have been, 10% higher potentially, but there was still a little bit left in them.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, there you go, Bobton. I guess that answers our question, mate. So, not to worry, not to worry. I guess it was just if you wanted that prime pace at the front and, well, the gaps were close and you might have been able to get them towards the end, which we saw it all come alive with the Verkinator, didn't we? And he took the chocolates in the end for that P3. Bang, bang, he reminded everybody. Fantastic racing. Junior taking this one out. Unfortunately, can't be with us. Driver of the day was Housey. P2 was Anarchy. And P3 was the Verk. Fantastic racing. Awesome, awesome send-off for IMOLA. Thank you very, very much for watching. Our season finale is next week. Same time, same channel. We are in the desert. I dare say it hasn't rained there for 2,000 years. Let's pray it doesn't rain again. Or EA and Codemasters will be getting an email. But nevertheless, fantastic. The first rainy session of the season. These drivers have been kissed on the proverbial. But nevertheless, good to see they can handle themselves in the wet yet again. They should all be proud. Fantastic racing. And if you've liked what you've watched, we've loved bringing it to you, folks. Thank you very, very much for watching. We are Southern Cross Racing. Goodbye.